In this video, we're going to be previewing a matchup in the West region between the number 8 seeded Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 9 seed, the Michigan State Spartans, in what should be a classic 8-9 matchup. For the Mississippi State Bulldogs, they come into the NCAA tournament with a 21-13 record overall. This is a team that finished 9th in the SEC in the regular season. They did make a run to the SEC semifinals before they lost out of the tournament. This team is all about the defensive end of the floor. 20th in the nation in defensive efficiency, and they're 6th in the nation in three-point defense. They hold their opponents under 30% shooting from beyond the arc. That is key, especially in this matchup against Michigan State. On the offensive end, they want to score in the paint. This is definitely a team that plays inside out, and it's a great offensive rebounding group as well. They're 21st in the nation in offensive rebounding. They get a lot of second chance points. Now, the key player to look out for the Bulldogs is Tolu Smith, their senior forward. They play through him a lot. He scores in the paint. He gets a lot of offensive rebounds. 15 points per game, 8 rebounds per game for Smith. He can be a double-double machine at times. Played really well in March Madness last year in Mississippi State's games. The one problem for Smith is he's got to stay out of foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, the Bulldogs could be in trouble. My concern for this Bulldogs team as a whole, I've got a couple of concerns for Mississippi State. They struggle with taking care of the basketball at times on the offensive end. Their guards turn it over a decent bit. They're 290th in terms of offensive turnover rate, so they turn it over at a pretty high rate. They don't shoot it well from three, 32% as a team from beyond the arc, and 67% as a team from the foul line. I don't love those numbers for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Now for the number 9 seed, the Michigan State Spartans. This is a team that didn't get to 20 wins this year. 19-14 is their record coming into the tournament. They finished 6th in the Big Ten in the regular season. They lost in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament. This is a strong defensive team as well. I'll say this now. This is going to be a low-scoring game between these two tough defenses. Michigan State, 8th in the nation in defensive efficiency, and they get really good defensive play from their guards in particular. They force a lot of turnovers, and their guards are really pesky defensively. On the offensive end, Michigan State plays kind of a contrary style to Mississippi State. They play a lot of 5-out offense. They don't necessarily have a true back-to-the-basket big man, and they move the ball at a really high rate. They're 17th in the nation in assist rate. Now, the player to look out for Sparty is A.J. Hogard, their senior guard, who's averaging 11 points per game and 5 assists. He's a great on-ball defender as well. This guy is a leader for this team, and when he's playing his best basketball, so is Michigan State. Now, the concern that I have for Sparty is they've been so inconsistent this year. And which Michigan State team are we going to see? This team is 2-5 over their last 7 games coming into the tournament, and they've won just 3 true road games all season long. That's definitely a bit of a concern for me, and at times they struggle on the offensive end, especially when they go up and down through their woes. So a couple of concerns for Michigan State as well. Now, as far as how these two teams match up, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. This is going to be a slow-paced, maybe ugly game. If you're betting this game, this might be one where you lean towards the under on the total between these two teams. Mississippi State needs to play well and dominate the paint. They need second chance points to score efficiently against a tough Michigan State Spartans defense. However, Michigan State has better guard play, and more often than not in March, that is what wins the day. They've got more experience as well, and I think they've got the guards defensively to slow down 5'10" freshman guard phenom for Mississippi State, Josh Hubbard, who's their leading scorer. I think Michigan State can slow him down, and they can get enough on offense. This might be whoever gets to, 60, 65 points first wins. With that, in the end, give me the Michigan State Spartans to get by here in an 8-9 matchup. I like the 9 seed advancing here past Mississippi State. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first-round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.